Assalamu alaikum students. I'm back. I hope everybody is doing well. They are safe and sound in their homes. Our today's topic is market equilibrium. Now today I'm going to wind up the consumer theory. We have done demand, we have done supply, we did their shifts, we did elasticities, we then did market equilibrium. Now we are today going to do some mathematics related to market equilibrium. The first thing that I'm going to do is of that of linear market model. But before explaining what is linear market model and how to solve market equilibrium mathematically, we need to have a quick recap. Now this is a quick recap of the law of demand. We studied that quantity demanded of anything can depend on its own price of other commodities, tastes, fashion, money, income, etc. All the factors other than price of the commodity were held constant, so we were left with this function, that quantity demanded x of any commodity is a function of its own price. And today I'm going to tell you that this relation can also be written in the form of equation like this: QD is equal to A minus BP. Now you must be wondering, where did this come from? Now you don't have to worry so much about it. You just have to remember that demand function can also be represented by this equation. Okay, I'll write it in front of it so that you can memorize it. It's a demand function or a demand model. Okay, now in this function, what is A? A can be any constant. B is also another constant, so I'll write here both are constants. So in place of A and B, any values can also be given. Now this is P. P of course stands for price, and any constant to which a variable is attached is called coefficient of that variable. Okay, and now we know that Q, D and P are variables, so this constant is attached to this variable, so this is also called coefficient of P. Of price. Okay, now in as I said, instead of these numbers, some values can also be given to you, and you can have a demand function which may look like this: 10 minus 2p, or you may be given simply Q 15 minus 6p. Now you must be wondering, why have I removed d from here? Here I want to tell you a tip. A function, if there is a negative sign related to p, you just have to quickly understand it that it is a demand function. They may or may not write the subscript d over here. It may be written or it may not be written, but you just have to remember, if there is a minus sign related to p, it's a demand function, and there is a very logical reason for it. Remember, we said that quantity demanded increases when price decreases. So there was an inverse relation between the two, or there was a negative relation between the two. So this negative relation is shown in the form of equation with the help of this negative sign, and this negative sign of course indicates that both have an inverse relation, and the graph is going to be downward sloping, just like this. Okay, so this is what demand function looks like. Now let's come towards the other side of this paper, which is related to law of supply. Now what was law of supply? It stated that quantity supplied of any commodity X, it depends on many factors, mainly on its own price, supply of inputs, features of nature, state of technology, taxes and subsidies, etc., etc. We kept all the factors constant, so we were left with this relation, that quantity supplied is a function of its price. Now which meant that quantity supplied mostly is increased when price is increased and vice versa. So this means that they both have positive relation with each other. Now this relationship is shown with the help of this equation. QS is equal to A plus BP. If you notice here, there is a plus sign here. There is no difference between these two. Now this is QD, quantity demanded, this is QS, quantity supplied. There is a constant here, there is a constant here. There is a negative sign in demand function, but there is a positive sign in supply function for the reason that quantity supplied and price are positively related to each other. Then we have the same constant B and we have a same variable P. So even if an equation is given to you without any subscripts and there is a plus sign related to price, this means that this is a supply function. Even if supply function can also be given in this form, minus A plus BP, even then it shows that it is a supply function. And some of the numericals you may be given a negative sign, not with over here, not over here, but over here, then it still remains supply function. So this was all about quantity demanded and quantity supplied and their functions numerically. Okay, now coming to the point that what is a linear market model. Now instead of these numbers or instead of these A and B notations, some numbers can be given, as I told you, and you can see that this is basically the demand function is a numerical, it's a model where the power of P is no more than 1. That's why it is called linear market model. Those examples or numericals where we will have P square, that will be an example of non-linear market model. Okay, this is what linear market model means, where in a demand function or supply function the power of P is not more than 1. There is no squares involved. Now let's see how do we use this concept mathematically, या ये आपके एग्जाम्स में किस तरह आ सकता है. Okay, now let me solve a numerical using the background that I told you earlier. Suppose आपको क्वेश्चन इस तरह आ सकता है इसका. Okay, मार्केट इक्विलिब्रियम का, लीनियर मार्केट इक्विलिब्रियम के ऊपर, कि आपको डिमांड फंक्शन दिया होगा, आपको सप्लाई फंक्शन दिया होगा और आपसे कहा गया होगा कि फाइंड इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस एंड आउटपुट. तो बेसिकली इसका मतलब क्या है, ये आपसे ये पूछ रहे हैं कि जब आपकी क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड और क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड, यहाँ पर आप यू रिमेंबर हमने किया था कि ये अगर हमारे डिमांड है और ये अगर हमारा सप्लाई फंक्शन है, ये जहाँ पर बराबर हो रहे हैं वो हमारा इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन है, और इस जगह पर हमें इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस का पता चलता है, और यहाँ पर जहाँ पर क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड और क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड बराबर हैं वो इक्विलिब्रियम आउटपुट कहलाती है. तो ये क्वेश्चन बेसिकली आपसे ये पूछ रहे हैं कि इस जगह पर प्राइस कितनी है और इस जगह पर क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड कितना है. इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए हम इकोनॉमिक थ्योरी का सहारा लेंगे और हम लिखेंगे कि थोड़ा सा आपको सेंटेंसेस में लिखना पड़ेगा. फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक थ्योरी वी नो दैट इक्विलिब्रियम इज़ अ पोजीशन वेयर डिमांड इक्वल्स सप्लाई. सो वी इक्वेट इक्वेशन 1 एंड इक्वेशन 2 इन ऑर्डर टू सॉल्व फॉर इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस. तो हम इन दोनों को इक्वेट करेंगे. तो डायरेक्ट मैं इक्वेट करके देखती हूँ. 50 माइनस 3p इक्वल्स टू 6p माइनस 10. 50 plus 10 and 6p plus 3p. Okay, I've just shifted the position, so this will become 60, this will become 9p. Now in order to solve for p, I will have 60 divided by 9. 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 20. So my price is equal to 20 divided by 3, which is almost equal to 6.66. So my equilibrium price is 6.66. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ माई आंसर्स. ओके, यहाँ पर प्राइस कितनी है? 6.66. अब नेक्स्ट हमें फाइंड करना है इक्विलिब्रियम आउटपुट. तो हम यहाँ पर फिर एक सेंटेंस में लिखेंगे कि इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड इक्विलिब्रियम आउटपुट वी नीड टू पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ पी इन वन ऑफ द फंक्शंस. इट कैन बी डिमांड फंक्शन, इट कैन बी सप्लाई फंक्शन. तो मैं डिमांड फंक्शन में पुट करके देखती हूँ और लिखेंगे पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ पी इन डिमांड फंक्शन वी सॉल्व इट एज फॉलोज. सो क्यू डी इज़ इक्वल टू 50 माइनस 3p. ये मेरा डिमांड फंक्शन था. इसमें मैंने प्राइस की वैल्यू डालनी है 3, जो कि मेरे पास आई है 6.66. इसको मैं सॉल्व करूँ तो 50 माइनस अब 3 टाइम्स 6.66 इज़ 19.98 विच इज़ ऑलमोस्ट 20. तो मैं डायरेक्ट 20 ही लिख लेती हूँ. तो 50 माइनस 20 इज़ 30. अब मेरी क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड जो है वो आ गई 30. अब ये ऑटोमेटिकली अंडरस्टूड है कि क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड 30 है तो क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड भी 30 ही होगी. आप डायरेक्ट भी यहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं कि इक्विलिब्रियम एट इक्विलिब्रियम क्यू डी इज़ इक्वल टू क्यू एस विच इज़ इक्वल टू 30. ठीक है, तो आपका दोनों पार्ट कवर हो जाएंगे, इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस के भी आउटपुट के भी. लेकिन आप इसको चेक करने के लिए एक एडिशनल स्टेप भी कर सकते हैं. आप चेक करना चाहते हैं आपका आंसर ठीक है कि नहीं, तो आप यही पी की वैल्यू क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड में भी डाल के देखें. 6 इंटू 6.66 minus 10 and let me calculate it. 6 into 6.66 is actually 39.96 which is almost 40. So 40 minus 10 is equal to 30. तो मेरा दोनों तरीके से आंसर जो है वो 30 आ रहा है. इसका मतलब है कि यहाँ पर इक्विलिब्रियम की वैल्यू क्या है हमारे पास 30. आप ये डायग्राम भी नीटली ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं इसको ग्राफिकली शो करने के लिए, अपने आंसर को क्लियरली एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. ठीक है, सो दिस इज़ हाउ वी सॉल्व लीनियर मार्केट मॉडल in order to find equilibrium price and output.